Hello, all of you. Thank you so much for joining us today, all the Zubi family and all the community members, those who are joining us for the first time. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's really a good time to join, and we have we have a good speaker with us today, right? So welcome all of you. And today we have Mr. Madhav Bahl with us, who is going to talk about the profile building, right? He already having a great experience in profile building and delivering several sessions. He's a software engineer at Microsoft, and previously he cracked internship at Microsoft twice, and recently promoted to the Microsoft software engineer at Microsoft, right? And where we are going to talk about the profile building, right? How your profile matters, how you can build a profile that someone can't ignore you, right? Maybe it can be on LinkedIn, it can be your resume, whatever. Like how you should show up your skills, show up your content, whatever you're delivering. So how you should do that, right? So that's actually we are going to talk about, right? And that's all about which today we are going to take some of the some of the best out of best key points from Madhav. So stay tuned, right? Keep your comment section on. Throw some questions on Madhav, like what you would like to ask him. What are your tips and tricks would like to ask you from Madhav about the community build, about the profile building. I mean, right? So hand over to you, Madhav. Thank you for joining us today. It's all up to you now. It's all your stage, your audience. Do it. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Yash. Thanks a lot for such a beautiful introduction. So, guys, can you hear my voice properly? If you can just hear me properly, you can just type in a yes on the chat section. So this is a basic ritual I do always, so that I can make sure that you guys can hear me properly, and there's no disturbance at my side. I'll wait for a minute, maybe. Great, great, so great. So you guys are able to hear me properly now, and it's awesome to be here. Thanks a lot, Yesh, for inviting me. And so today we are going to talk about my favorite topic. As always, I've given right now, like it's I guess it's my 14th or 15th webinar on profile building, and it's one of my favorite topic because when I speak about it, I get to learn a lot, and you guys also get to learn a lot. So, so today we are going to talk a lot about profile building, and I hope you are as excited as I am. But to get you more excited, I am going to share a story with you. This, the story is of the person who is sitting right in front of you on the screen. Yes, it's my story. So basically, in the starting, I was a lethargic man, and I didn't do anything. But then something magical came in my life, and that was LinkedIn. So I started wondering, like, should I post? What should I post? What should I not post? So I started blogging I wrote my first blog on January 14th, 2020. And I even started being active on LinkedIn. I started posting stuff. I started posting my experiences. The best thing was, now when I feel there are many paid courses which people there are many that's seriously amazing, like, but anyways, yeah, that's quite funny. So right now in the community, you must have seen many people holding paid workshops just to teach about how to post on LinkedIn, what kind of content can you post. But the funny thing is that when I started, I just did that all of that out of intuition and pure instinct. So, and that's what gave me something which I'm going to show you right now. So in the past 3 to 4 months itself, I got more than 40. The number might have increased to 50 opportunities right now to speak. I completed 17 plus initiatives to teach students in tech, and that's what I'm proud of because my main vision, as you might already know if you are following me on LinkedIn, that basically my vision is to make a world where no one is afraid of programming. Everyone is sound in at least one programming language, and that's my vision. So yeah, the world is a big thing, and but still taking baby steps. I was still able to reach more than 15,000 students. This was a number from old. Now it might have increased to 20,000. And I became a top writer in productivity and was invited to speak and judge in various hackathons. And but most important, I am still learning. So yes, I hope that gets you excited because trust me, all these things were given to me just by LinkedIn. LinkedIn is such an important platform. But yes, every platform is important, and it's not like LinkedIn is magical. LinkedIn worked for me. For some people, Instagram might work. For some people, Twitter might work. It depends on what we are, I mean, what type of content we are putting forward, and what is our goal, what is our brand goal. So yes, today we are going to talk all about the journey, the brand journey, and how can you build your own personal brand, and how can you be a known name in the tech industry. Because uh, just think about it, LinkedIn is full of HRs, LinkedIn is full of LinkedIn is full of opportunities, and if you are a known name on LinkedIn, you can already think that you won't have to go out looking for opportunities. Opportunities will always come attracted to you if you are a known name on LinkedIn. So yes, I hope today I will be able to excite you enough and make you interested enough to get started on various social media platforms at least, and putting out content. And the best thing, start putting up, I mean, be how can you be a known name on any social media platform. So yes, before we start, today I just tell this to every I just talk about this in every session I take, that I am not a teacher. I am just your friend, and you can ask me anything you want. You can either put it forward in the live chat section itself, or you can go to menti.com. It will look something like this. Menti.com. You can put forward this code there: 6592 and 38 and you can ask any question, like really any question. And once you submit that, it will appear on my screen here, and then I will be able to, like, I can keep a track of questions this way. Otherwise, if you're more comfortable in sharing it on the chat screen, you can do so on the chat screen itself. So yes, that's completely up to you, whatever you want to do. Either you can, but I need one promise from you guys, that this should be an interactive session. Like, this should not be just me speaking and you listening. This should more be you speaking and then me listening more, and then telling you my experiences. So yes, feel free to ask me anything you want, anything, literally anything. But just don't keep anything in mind, because I believe in being an active learner. There's a difference between active learner and a passive learner. So most of us initially are passive learners. We think that just seeing the webinars, we see a lot of webinars, we listen to a lot of podcasts, and think that we are using our time productively, yes, right. But the fact of the matter is that just listening to podcasts, just viewing YouTube videos or watching the videos on webinars on YouTube is not going to get you anything, unless and until you become an active learner. You start interacting, you start implementing the things you learn. So yes, do implement, and do ask, and do interact. So yes, that was all which I had to say in the beginning. So let's get started. Again, what are we going to discuss today? The 11-step framework for online presence. And it can work on any platform. Like, just let me know in the comments, which platform are you most interested in? Is it Twitter, or is it LinkedIn, or is it Instagram, or maybe Medium, or maybe TikTok? Yes, it can be, but now it's not possible. Yeah, but yeah, just let me know just type it in the chat section. What platform are you most active on, or what platform are you most interested in? And I can keep my content in a manner which can be aligning with that particular platform, because every platform has its own special features. So yeah, great. So I see that most of the people are active on LinkedIn, and you guys are going good. LinkedIn is why I prefer LinkedIn right now over all other platforms, because you might have seen this one particular advantage of LinkedIn. Whenever you post on LinkedIn, let's say I like your post, it will appear on my feed, and the people who follow me will be able to see your post. So there's a lot of attention on LinkedIn right now. Lot. I mean, organic. Your posts can organically reach thousands and millions of people on Instagram. So yes, Ganesh, definitely you can be on Instagram as well. But why I prefer LinkedIn more than any other platform is because Instagram, the organic. earlier in around 2017, Instagram had an amazing reach. Why? Because you could just add hashtags like hashtag code, hashtag JavaScript, or hashtag anything, and it would appear in the feeds of the people who followed that hashtag. But now the crowd on Instagram has gone immense, and your hashtag might not even appear. So so that's the problem with other platforms right now, and LinkedIn is still relatively new. Still, it's in the attention zone. Like right now, people are continuously moving towards that platform. There are still not as much crowd as there is on the other platforms. So yes, I would definitely recommend all of you to leverage LinkedIn right now, because I can bet that in another 1 or 2 years, in another couple of years, it's going to be the same as Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, where your the organic reach of your posts will become almost zero. So yes, right now is the time to get active, get a known name, because if you are a known name, the opportunities comes to you. Otherwise, you have to go and look for opportunities. Just like Yash approached me on LinkedIn, that can you speak in the event for Zubi. So yes, that's how it happens. All right, so today we are going to discuss about my 11-step framework about for your online presence in terms of tech, only in the tech industry, because the steps which I'm going to tell you are more related to software and maybe hardware as well, but yeah, the tech industry. So yeah, and the second thing is the 2 months action plan, which I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to give you a small challenge as well. Then I'll be talking about some resume making tips, and then I'll be telling you the importance of an all-star LinkedIn profile, and then I'll finally tell you how to approach people. Um, so yes, I hope you are excited. And yes, again, keep asking me any doubt you have in between. Just feel free to drop in anything on the chat section. I would love to interact with each and every one of you. So yes, the first thing is that we are going to discuss this in just 5 minutes, because this is very simple, but yet we don't generally follow it. It's the 11-step framework for making a rock solid online presence. How? The first thing is start by making an online a strong resume. I mean, this in the start as a fresher, your resume might not be strong, but still try to make a resume right now itself, like just after the webinar ends, maybe today evening. Just pay some time. Put some time on building a strong resume. Why? Because once you have a resume, like let's say, even if the thing is with LinkedIn, once you start getting active on LinkedIn, you'll see that after your 4 or 5 posts itself, you might start getting opportunities. It happened with me. My first post on Medium, like my first blog, was a roadmap to web development, and it became viral. It totally went. I didn't expect it to be that famous. And then after that, I started becoming active on LinkedIn. I started posting around 3 to 4 times a week, and within 4 or 5 posts, I noticed that people were approaching me. The startups were approaching me that, hey, we are looking for a web developer, can you work for us, and so something like that. But at that time, I did not have a strong resume. I mean, I didn't even have a resume. So that in at that time, I thought of, like, let's make a resume now. So yes, start by making a resume. Even though you might not be able to make a very impressive resume in the first try. But yes, it's an iterative process. You can start making it now, and you'll see that within 1 or 2 months, if you practice this online presence technique, you can make a very strong resume. But yes, just start by making one. Then learn some new skills. It can be web development, it can be Android development, it can be backend, anything. Just start by learning some new skills, and as you learn those new skills, build some side projects. Let me give you a very simple example. Let's say you now start learning React.js. While learning React.js, build some small side projects, just like Pokédex. I have a few of the examples on my GitHub profile as well. You can just go to my GitHub profile, which is github.com/Madhav Bahl. And so yes, Preeti just asked me that how can we ask someone on LinkedIn if he or she responds via mail only? That's a very good question, and very good question. And I'm going to discuss about that. Let's wait for 5 more minutes. Let's just go. Let's just complete this one first. So yes, as you build some side projects, very simple example. When I started learning Node.js, Within the first month itself, I was able to complete 4 projects, and that gave me a lot of confidence in my skills in Node.js. So yes, but don't stay limited to that itself. When you build a project, put them onto your LinkedIn profile. Put a video, put a screenshot, or anything. Put any written description or or anything about that project on LinkedIn as a post. Once you do that, you'll see that people will start get paying attention on your posts on LinkedIn, because they will see that you are doing something, and gradually doing something is what doing things consistently is what builds others trust and credibility on you. So yes, it's very simple, right? Let's say if you are posting about data structures and algorithms on LinkedIn daily. If you do that daily, after 100 days, any random stranger who used to follow your posts will know that you are good at that field. Because that's just it, that's very common sense, right? That's an unconscious bias. Because whenever we see someone, I think that was named affinity bias or something like that. I'm not sure about the exact name, but yes, when we see someone doing something daily, we form an image in mind that that person has to be really an expert. Otherwise, how will he be able to do those things daily? So yes, that's your chance. I'm not sure why are you not doing this if you're not doing this right now. But yes, LinkedIn is out there waiting for you to come, and you have to go there. Let me give you a very simple example. If you guys are doing starting learning React.js, start by posting. Like let's say today I learned about props. This post about props. Today you learned about state. Post about states. Today you learned about lifecycle methods. Post about lifecycle methods, and post it in a way that even the people who don't use React can understand that. That way, your post will get more attention, and people will start building trust. But be consistent. Post at least 6 times a week. That will bring you a lot of credibility. So yes, next, build a portfolio website. That helps a lot. Like even if people are not visiting your portfolio website, still you will have something to show, like madhavbahel.tech, or maybe let's say preetisharma.dev or adityapanda.com. So that having a portfolio website helps a lot. Then start blogging. Whenever you do a project, whenever you do a course, and any online course, just don't keep it limited to yourself. Don't just post certificates. Start blogging. Write a blog, like a small thousand words blog about that course you did or that project you made, so that more people can know about that, and people can follow you on your journey. And then definitely, all of this is to increase our online presence, right? Maybe you can start a podcast, and then maybe you can start YouTube videos and so on. And then most important thing, network. Like increase your network. The best thing about LinkedIn, again, I'm not no I'm not marketing LinkedIn or something, but yes, the best thing about LinkedIn is that it gives you the option to select your own network. You can choose, you can decide what kind of people you will connect with. So yes, you can just keep, let's say you want to have your network in software industry, you can just type in software developer at XYZ company on search bar, and you'll get the results. You can just type JavaScript developer, Node.js developer, Golang developer, or C Sharp developer, or anything. It's pretty amazing. But start building your network, and then participate in competitions and hackathons, and post them on LinkedIn, and add them in your achievement section, and so on. That will, again, all of this is to build credibility, right? So yes, you can see the slides on madhavbahel.tech/Zubi. Let me share the link with you guys. madhavbahel.tech/ZUBI, and just give me a second. Yes. Just give me one more second. I am posting it on. Yeah, I posted it. Great. So now let's come back to the question. So Preeti asked me, how can we ask someone on LinkedIn if he or she responds via mail only? Okay. So, and then in resume building, do we have to improve our resumes from scratch, or just continue with the? That's a good question. That's a very good question, Preeti. It's always better to have a sort of base template or base resume already with you, and you can keep changing it according to company. Like let's say a very simple example. I'm going to discuss about it in one more section as well. But yes, since you've already asked it, let's say right now your resume say that you are an experienced web developer of more than 1 year of years of experience and so on. but now you're looking for a job in Android development, or maybe the company you are interested in or the startup you are interested in is hiring Android developers. So it's always better to improve that and add more Android developer as a keyword rather than web developer in your headline, in your experience section, and so on. So yes, and of course, the logic says, right, how can you build resumes from scratch for each company, right? So you can just have a old resume and you can keep changing it. But if you think that it is becoming too outdated, you can just change or maybe build from scratch. And then Aditya just said that I had not completed much projects and I didn't mind. I don't have much certificates. Should I create resume now? Will it affect opinion of the employer about me? Definitely, you should start right now. Even if you have not done too much, you can still start, and you can just apply in small startups or anything, and you can see the response which you get, and accordingly you can improve. So yes, let's first talk about the 2 months action plan. After this, you can definitely have a, and you can even read this blog which I wrote a long time ago. I'll share the link with you guys as well. So basically, this is my 2 months challenge for you guys. If you are up for it, do let me know. Because the thing is, I challenge you to learn two new skills in the upcoming new 2 months, because you all know that skills are valued in today's society. It's the skills which are valued, nothing else. Like earlier, there was like based on the companies would come based on the colleges, but even that is changing slowly now. You might see that even the tier 3 students get into top FANG companies and top 500 companies, but some students from IITs might not even get a job. So yes, now everything is dependent on skills. So yes, it's my challenge for you guys for next 2 months. Just learn two new skills, one skill every month, and while you're learning that, make a sort of build two side projects according along with it. Like, okay, I got the link. Just give me one more minute. I hope I can paste it from the other screen. And yes, I was able to post it. So yes, you can go follow me on Medium, and you can just go through this blog on Medium where I've mentioned all the things you can do in within 2 months. Yes, all of these things can be done in 2 months, and you will be definitely amused to see that. So yes, I can share the link. Let me know if you guys can see the link. I have pasted it on the chat section. Great. So yes, that's the challenge for you guys. 1 month, one skill. Along with it, build a side project. Once you build a side project, push the code on GitHub. That will make a good GitHub profile. Improve your LinkedIn profile, post daily, and start building a portfolio website and start blogging, and of course network. So yes, I just saw that Ayushi asked that portfolio website should be made using online templates or should we make ourselves from scratch. If you are a designer, make it from scratch. If you are a developer, use any online template, because trust me, it doesn't even matter. Generally, people are not that much, unless and until you are a famous celebrity, they won't pay too much attention to your online portfolio. So if you're spending too much of your time on making an, so let's take an example, a very simple example. Let's say you're a backend developer and you want to learn new technologies in backend, but you also want to have an online portfolio. So it doesn't make any sense to make the online portfolio from scratch yourself. Just use any free online template, and that's the reason why online templates are there at the first place. Oh, I see. It is not visible. I think we cannot share the links. So, what I can do is uh, uh, okay. I'll do one thing. You can just search for make your profile and resume on outstanding these summers, a developer's action plan. If you search this on Google, you can find this, right? So I'll just search this, I'll just write this, and you can copy and paste the text. That should do the thing. Yeah, that should do the thing. Great. Just let me know if yeah, it's visible now, right? Awesome. So yes, where was I forgot. But yeah, you can even see these slides and you can see what exactly your 2 months action plan is going to look like. choose any first thing, choose any uh, even if I Aditya, even if I use any URL shortener, yeah, I can use. I think I might have used that. Yes, it's madhavbhel.tech/summer code, summer hyphen code. I can't share the link, Aditya Panda. That's the YouTube does not allow us to add links in the live chat section. So the link would not still work, still won't work. So yes, it's madhavbhel.tech/summer hyphen code. Great. So that's how your next 2 months should look like. First month, just choose any two skills. It can be HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in the first month, like the front end development, and Node.js in the second month. Every month, build one private side project and push the code to GitHub, post about it on LinkedIn, and build a portfolio website and write a blog about those two projects. And trust me, that is going to increase your online presence a lot. And then again, network. So yes. Now let me answer the questions which Preeti asked me in the start. Great. So how can we ask someone on LinkedIn? So Preeti, I just posted about it on LinkedIn very recently. You can just go to my what is this called, LinkedIn profile. It's linkedin.com/in/madhavbhair, and you can see in the activities, in the posts, you can see my latest post. I just wrote a huge post about it, and I'm going to discuss about that in today's section as well, today's video as well. But you can definitely read about it afterwards as well. Like I reach out to people, and how do I basically reach out to people? That's going to help you a lot. Trust me. So yes, let's have a look at another question. And resume building, I'm going to talk about that. I had not completed much projects and that. So yes, Aditya, your exact question is actually answered in this one. Basically, that this was something which a person asked me around 1.5 or 2 years ago. That he said that I don't have any experience in startups or any company. So how should I apply? So yes, this blog is definitely going to help you a lot. And then, which platform will you prefer to make good resume? I made my resume on Novo Resume. You can make from scratch as well, like using Word, Microsoft Word templates or anything else. But I used Novo Resume. It's Novo resume.com. Okay, so I think I have answered most of the questions. Now let's get back to the topic. So yes, now is the time for get a job guide. So basically, first thing is resume making, right? So first thing, resume making. I'm going to tell you a few resume making tips. Not the basic ones like add a skill section, add an experience section that you already know, right? We already know that we have to add our name, a title, like which is a headline. Then we have to add a bio, a small introduction about ourselves. Then it should have an experience section. It should have a education section. It should have what I'm skill section. It should have achievement section and so on. All these things you can find easily on internet. But after adding these, we generally forgot about these 10 tips. So I'm going to tell you these 10 tips. So the first thing is try to use a resume template. If not, then you can design your own. But don't just start making a don't just open a Word document and start typing yourself everything, because if you design yourself, maybe you are a designer or you are a good designer and you want your template to stand out. Yes, that's the truth, that if you use resume templates, your resume might look similar to others, because there are thousands of people who use resume templates. But the thing is, it's always better to use resume templates rather than to write everything on Word doc, because first thing is it's going to save you a lot of time. Second thing is, you can make your template look a little beautiful instead of just black and white, sort of. I know it shouldn't be very much colorful, but yes, instead of having a black and white list of paragraphs, like hundreds of paragraphs written on a page of paper, rather than that, like resume templates will make your resume look a little bit good. And just think about, I follow this one thing always, no matter what I do, that whenever I'm going to contact someone, whenever I'm going to reach out to someone or any other thing, I've just follow this one particular thing in my mind, which is I should think about how that person is going to feel after I write something to him or do something right now, and then do take the action. So while making resume, I always have the picture of a recruiter in mind, which is going to look at around 100 resumes per day, and what is going to make my resume different than those 100 resume, and even visually appealing. So just have a thought, just give it a thought, like there's a random recruiter who receives hundreds of resume per day, like at least 100. So it's going to be very, very difficult for him to go through each resume, right? And it's going to be very boring. So after some time, like for first or so for one or two resumes, he might look at it very, very carefully. But after some time, he's just going to skim over it. Like he's not going to read everything properly. So yes, using the resume templates help you in a way that they make your resume look a little bit more visually appealing. And once you have that visually appealing resume, your recruiter might give it a thought to read it properly. Then second thing is look for keywords in job description. So as I told in the beginning as well, like if you're applying for a role of Android developer and your headline says that you are an iOS developer, your chances of getting selected are being reduced at the headline itself, because the recruiter is not looking for an iOS developer. The recruiter is looking for an Android developer. So yes, it's very simple. Try to add the keywords. Look for the keywords in the job description. Let's say the job description says a .NET developer. Try to add those keywords in your experience section or in your headline or in your bio. Let's say you can add a simple bio like experienced in making beautiful and intuitive designs on and converting them into something like web page using React.js. If the job description says that they want a React.js developer. So yes, the third thing is your resume should be as concise as possible. Again, think from the perspective of the recruiter who has to look hundreds of resumes per day. And let's say if one resume comes in between, which is of 4 pages, he is definitely not 100%. He's not going to look at those 4 pages. It's very, very obvious, and it's very logical. So the thing is how to improve this. Try to keep your resume limited to 1 page, at least one. I mean, at most 1 page. You can have it more like 2 pages, but try to have it as concise as possible. And then fourth point, your headline should match what the employer is looking for. The headline, the attention, first attention goes to headline. Like let's if I open my resume, it's going to say something like the lean programmer, cadet who codes, something like that, because I want the attention to go at this word, which is the lean programmer. When I was in my second year, I used to write it as a full stack JavaScript developer because I was applying for some jobs in JavaScript, which would involve JavaScript. So I genuinely added that a full stack JavaScript developer having an experience of web development with more than 1 year. So try to add that exact category which the recruiter is looking for in your headline. Then add the links to your online portfolios, add projects, and then add blogs. Again, online presence is very, very important. No typos, please. It gives a very, very bad impression that if you just add typos, and like no one makes typos purposely. But then again, if you have typos in your resume, the recruiter might think that how serious you are about getting that job. So yes, try to remove all the typos. Proofread. That 10th point says the same. Proofread at least 2 times before sending it. Seventh point, which is include relevant information only. Do not add all the things. Do not add that you were a first gold medal winner in let's say your annual sports day, because if you are applying for the role of an Android developer, your recruiter is not going to look what you did in your fourth standard while you were in school. So yes, try to add relevant information only. Add important achievements. The seventh point should not limit you from adding the important achievements, right? Even if it's somewhat not related to that domain, do add it, because that builds credibility and trust in your work, in your hard work and dedication. So yes, add important achievements. It can be your college rank, it can be your hackathon winner, like position, or like if you want some hackathons and so on. The ninth point is very, very important. Like it's the thing where you should pay focus to the most, because ask first of all, ask yourself, are you making an impact? Then just send your resume to, maybe ask anyone on LinkedIn, like any approachable person. Like first of all, he or she should be at least, I mean, either of your own batch, or let's say just 1 or 2 years elder than you. Just tell them, but just tell them that you are applying for jobs, and you are you have made a resume, and you can just send your resume over to them and just ask them, what do you feel after reading this resume? Would I be I mean, would I be eligible for this job, or as a recruiter will you take me to this job according if this resume. So yes, if this resume is given to you, very simple, just pick up 4 or 5 people on LinkedIn and ask them. But the only condition is that they should not be your friends, because friends generally don't put out your mistakes. They generally try to avoid these conflicts of interest and so on things, and they will never tell you what mistake you did. So just give you send your resume to random people on, not fully random, they should be your connections, and just ask them very politely that can you go through my resume and tell me what do you feel after reading my resume. Do you think, first thing, what do you feel after reading my resume? Do you think I'm making any impact? Third thing, if you were the recruiter, will you select me? As simple as that, but that's very important. And change according to their response, change your resume, improve your resume. So yes, Aditya just asked that I had learned web development, Python development, and Django machine learning. These are very different domains. These are not domains actually. Yeah, web development is a domain, and machine learning is a domain. Python and Django are tools. Python is used in both web and machine learning, and Django is generally used for backend development. So these are very different domains. Should it be confusing the employer? What am I good at? No. So I can divide these conditions into three categories. First thing is your on-campus placements. In your on-campus placements, they are not looking generally for any particular domain, like let's say Android developer or a web developer. They generally come for the role of a software developer, SDE role. So in that case, you can definitely put out all three of them, and it's going to raise your skill and your trust level and credibility, because the recruiter will know that yes, he has a lot of experience in very wide domains like web development and machine learning. So yes, you should definitely put that. But let's say the second scenario is you are applying for off-campus recruitment in again in any top 500 company or something like that. Again, even in their off campus recruitment procedure, they are mostly going to look at your problem solving skills, which I'm going to discuss in the next section. They won't be very much considered about what exactly are you proficient at. They will be more focusing on your problem solving skills. In this case as well, yes, you can put it. Now the third scenario, just give me a second. Oh, just give me a second. I've been talking for a lot of time. Okay, so yeah, the third scenario is that you are applying an off-campus job from for a startup which is specially looking for a particular domain, let's say Android development or a web development or machine learning. In that particular scenario, you should be very careful about what you highlight. You can definitely put all your skills, but highlight those skills which the recruiter is looking for. Let me give you a very simple example. Let's say a recruiter is looking for a web developer. You can mention in the highlight that you're a web developer and you know Python and Django, you do web development in Django. In the experience section, you can add first two experiences in your web development domain and then talk about machine learning. So when the recruiter starts reading your resume, he will notice more of web development, and then he will notice machine learning as well. That will be a sort of a booster for like confidence booster. Like yes, this person has a lot of experience in web development and does machine learning also, so it will be a sort of complementary thing. But if you do it opposite, let's say if the person is looking for a web developer and you add a machine learning like you add like you are a data scientist or so on in the headline, and even in the experiences you pay more focus, more attention on your machine learning skills rather than web development skills, then again it's going to act against you, because the recruiter will now think that he is an expert at machine learning, but he knows a little bit of web development. But he is looking for an expert at web development, and in that case, if you have some extra talent, it would be a compliment thing. It would be a complimentary thing. So yes, I hope you got my point. All right, let's go to next slide. Where to apply? It's very simple. We all know about that. Like LinkedIn jobs, there are thousands of online websites from where we can apply. Naukri.com, Indeed, Monster.com, Glassdoor, AngelList, and so on. Now comes the most interesting section, which is what, from the recruiter's point of view, what skills do you need? So, recruiter basically is looking for five major skills in you. First one is the analytical skills or the problem solving skills. Like, did you need any help solving the problem? Could you figure out the answer yourself? And how much time did you spend? How much, let's say, did you structure the problem well? Were you able to understand the problem well, and were you able to think through the trade-offs? Let's say, were you able to come up with an optimal solution? Second skill is coding skills. The coding skills generally mean were you able to code the solution which you told the recruiter successfully. Technical coding also involves like were you able to write a good code? Was it well and structured code? Was it like were there any errors or something? And did you follow the style guides and proper variable naming as well? Then the third thing is technical knowledge. Technical knowledge includes your core subjects like computer science fundamentals like theory of computation and compiler design, data structures and algorithms. Of course, that's the most important thing, and operating systems, database management systems, and so on. Then comes your experience. So as you can see, this is in the line of importance. Your experience comes in the fourth level. Like unless and until you crack the first coding round and then the whiteboard round, they are not even going to ask about your experience, which is like your other development or machine learning skills. This is a general coding interview. This is how a coding interview looks like, not a particular domain specific interview. Of course, in the domain specific interview, they will be more interested to know about your knowledge in that particular domain, but this is the general coding interview. And then culture fit. It's also very important. I've seen many people who get out in they get rejected in HR interview. So yes, because and it's very simple to crack, but the only simple condition is that does your personality aligns with the values of the company which you are going to work at, because they look at very small things like are you a team player or are you able to communicate properly, because at the end of the day you will be working with a team, and if you're not able to communicate properly, if you get angry on small things, and if you lose your calm, if you get struck, so those things are going to be a blocker when you start working. So you don't want all these things, and they don't want all these things in their employee. So yes, these are very simple to counter. The only thing is like just have a look at yourself, like do you get nervous while talking to people? Try to improve that by maybe by giving a speech in front of mirror or something like that. These are very simple to come. I mean, these things are very simple to improve, but yes, these are very important. So yes, let me repeat myself. Problem solving skills or the analytical skills. Second is coding skills. Third one is your technical knowledge, which is your computer science fundamentals. Fourth is experiences in other domains and past experiences, past internships, and so on, and projects as well. And the fifth thing is your culture fit, if whether you are fit to work in that company or not. So now let's get back to Preeti's question. So Preeti just asked me that if any employer reach out to me and ask me to provide job if I relocate, how will I proceed with that? Do I start interaction to them regarding job if I can't relocate or what? I couldn't get your exact question, Preeti, but I think that's pretty logical that how should you proceed further if you are 100% sure that you are not willing to relocate, then it's not a good thing to keep them in dark. It's very professional if you just kept tell them directly that I want to work remotely and I am not able to relocate at this point of time, but I can think about it in future, but at this point of time I will have to work remotely if it's fine with you. Then okay, how will I proceed with that? So yes, ask them maybe will you be able to pay me some allowance to relocate or something like that. Uh, I really didn't understand your full question, Preeti. If you can ask it again, what was your exact doubt? But yes, okay. So Ayushi just said by highlight, do you mean that we should? highlight the text. No, 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 not this, Ayushi. Okay, so I did not mean to highlight the text. So basically, highlight means what catches our attention. So if you're looking at the screen right now, you'll just see that all star LinkedIn profile written at it, right? And if I open my resume, okay, let me try opening my resume in the just let me have a look. It, it's not an updated one. It's my resume from third year, I guess. Yes, let me try opening it. So yes, it's not an updated one. I don't have the link to the updated one right now. I forgot to make a shortened link for that. All right. So as soon as you look at the resume, the first thing is your attention goes to. So again, your attention will go to the font size and all these things. Definitely matter a lot, and that's why we prefer using the templates. The templates are designed in such a way that as soon as we look at these template, this particular thing, the first thing which comes in our mind. So yes, again, this is not at all updated. This is my resume from my second year, at the end of my second year, I guess, or my third year, I guess. This does not have my latest work experiences. Don't don't look at the work experiences because it's not an updated one. But yes, again, so as soon as we look at it, first attention goes maybe to the profile picture, and then we come to the side or this side. We see that, oh, his online presence is awesome. Like, he is there on Medium, he is there on GitHub, he is there on LinkedIn, he has his own portfolio website. Then maybe we start with this one, a cadet who codes, and so on. So in this one itself, I have written the full stack JavaScript developer by passion. So highlight means what catches the reader's attention. It need not it need not be highlighted. It's just what catches our attention. So it is written in capital and it's written in bold fonts and so on. So we can just see that, yes, okay. So he was a front end development intern at General Motors. So yes, by highlighting, I what I meant was to pay more attention, write more about what the employer is looking about. Rhythm asked me which template you had used. I have used Novo Resume. It's available on Novo Resume. Novoresume. All right. So Kamaljeet Singh just asked me, how can we improve our analytical skills? The only answer to that is deliberate practice. So right now, after you maybe after this webinar, just go on spoj.com, or maybe codechef.com, or codechef is a little bit difficult, or maybe leadcode.com, and start working out those problems. And second thing, it could be you can start off this book called Cracking the Coding Interview. I have this that kept there. Like, if I can extend my hand and bring this, just give me a minute. I'll definitely close my camera. Oops, 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 oops. All right, so that book is here. So yes, this is the book, Cracking the Coding Interview. It's going to help you a lot. I definitely recommend this book. You can use this, or maybe the answer you've got it right, Kamalji. That the only answer to that is how can you improve deliberate practice. Some one tip from my side maybe could be just aim for 2 or 3 problems per day and spend maximum of 30 minutes on each problem. Even after 30 minutes, if you see that you are showing no progress, see the answer. Don't spend too much time on it. After you see the answer. Don't copy and paste it. Try to understand the answer, read and understand it, and after you understand the answer, try to code it yourself. So yes, the answer again is practice. I usually just ask me, we generally don't have so much space in our resume to include all our skills, work, experiences, achievement, etc. for that particular domain in a single page. So would you advise regarding this? You definitely have. It's all about what we choose to add it in our resume. We can definitely remove the irrelevant points which are not at all relevant to this particular job, and we can include only the relevant points. So if I could show you my updated resume, let me find if I can. I'll I'll think for 30 minutes. I mean, if I can find the updated resume, just give me a few seconds. Mm, will I be able to find it or not? I'm not sure because I updated it long back, and just a second. Mm, Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. It's still not updated, but yes. All right. So I've tried to keep it as concise as possible. Like in the description, also I've written the description. So it's not updated again. It's from my. I think it's from my third year end. This no, it's from my fourth year starting, and I've tried to write a full stack JavaScript developer and so on. And I've tried to having a resume templates again, Ayushi. Having a resume template would help you include all the relevant information. Like otherwise, if you write one skill in one line, you cannot add all skills. But if using this template, I was able to add, I guess, one, two, three, four, five, six. I guess around 15 skills, 15 or so. So yes, that is how you can just see it. Like I have tried to keep it as minimal as possible. Just one line description of every experience and important projects only and important achievements only. So that is how I kept it concise. So we can always keep it concise, no matter how many things we have to share. And can we get into big companies like Google, Amazon through LinkedIn? No, definitely the answer is no. But it is it can. There's no there is no particular 100% algorithm which you can follow to get into the big companies. But the only thing is, from your side, you can increase the probability as much as you can. So we all do so many things because the recruitment procedure is like a game of probability. You can never be 100% sure that you are going to crack this interview, but you can always increase the probability by having a strong online presence, having a strong resume, and so on. All right, got it. Preeti cracking the coding interview, green in color, and have a clock in front. Yes, yes, yes. This one, you can see this. Okay, let me keep it back. Great. So, all right, we're almost done with the content, and okay. So yes, now comes my favorite section, the most favorite section, and the people who were getting bored till now, I can assure you that this particular section is going to excite you a lot. So an all-star LinkedIn profile. So first of all, again, LinkedIn is my favorite social media platform because LinkedIn first of all can get your attention because LinkedIn's organic reach right now is immense. Like there's a lot of attention on LinkedIn, and people are joining LinkedIn very exponentially. The number of active users on LinkedIn is growing exponentially, and still the organic reach is very much. The algorithm they follow is like, let's say I like your post, it's going to appear in my feed. If someone else likes your post, it's going to appear in his feed, and the people who follow those people will be able to see your post again. So that's an amazing algorithm to reach out to maximum number of people organically without any paid advertisements. So yes, LinkedIn can give you attention. It can give you recommendations. Recommendation are very important because your LinkedIn profile, everything in your LinkedIn profile except two sections are what you write about yourself. But credibility is built when others talk about you. So I always quote this Jeff Bezos quote, which is when he said that your brand is what others say about you when you're not in the room. And LinkedIn is just like that. So try to get recommendations, skills, endorsements, and recommendation. Endorsements and recommendations are given to you by others, and that's a proof that yes, you are doing something that others are recommending you. So yes, that's a very good thing. Third, it can give you recognition and opportunities, as I told you in the beginning itself. Like uh, in the beginning, like in the past 3 to 4 months itself, I've got a chance to speak in more than 40 events, and so many things like I've completed so many initiatives. I've reached out to more than 15,000 students to help them out and at least move one step forward to my vision. Credibility. It's all about credibility and showcasing your brand and telling your story. So, what is an all-star profile? An all-star profile, star profile is going to look something like this. In your profile, you can just go down and it will show this. If you're seeing this, this is called an all-star profile. And it an all-star profile can give you up to 40 times more opportunities. That's true, 40 times, and it's superb, right? And in simple words, basically, the all-star profile is a complete LinkedIn profile which has a portfolio, profile picture, a completed experience, skills, summary, industry and location, education, and so on. Basically, a complete profile. Now, let's have a look at the exact numbers. And trust me, you're going to get shocked after seeing the exact numbers. Just by having a profile photo, you can increase up to 21 times more messages that you did, profile views, 21 times more, 36 times more messages, and 9 times more connection requests. That's simply amazing. And I'll repeat myself, up to 21 times more profile views. So what exactly is a good profile photo? People generally have this doubt that, is my profile photo professional or is it not? So there's no such thing as professional or informal profile photo. It's just a few things we should keep in mind. A very like simple concept. First thing is your profile photo. Only 2 points. Again, I'll tell you only 2 points. First thing is your profile photo should show you in a relaxed and a comfortable manner, because if you are shown in a, people generally tend to believe or trust those who have confidence in themselves, and it's an unconscious bias. And again, I don't know whether it is the right thing or it's a wrong thing, but that's the truth that we all face. And we can ask ourselves as well, like, if someone tells us something in a very confident manner, we will probably believe him because it's just something we do in our unconscious. But if someone hesitates to tell, and if someone says, oh, maybe this can happen, we will not be able to trust him properly, right? So yes, any photo which shows you in a relaxed manner, again, you might say that, why is that so? That's just an unconscious bias, and we can leverage the fact. So any photo that shows you in a relaxed manner, that was the first point. And second point, any photo that focuses on you and not the background. So let me show you my photo. In this, I am covering at least 70% of the area. So 70% is a good number. So if you cover at least 70% of the total area of the profile photo, it's a good photo. And if it shows you in a relaxed and comfortable manner, that itself is a professional photo. More things can be, like, the lighting should be good and it should be a high definition photo. All of these things are normal things which you already know. Then an updated headline, industry, and location. Just with all these things, you can appear in up to 38 times more recruiter search and have 9 times more profile views and 19 times more profile views with a location. Let me show you what that is. Basically, an updated headline, industry, and location. Headline, this is a headline. Industry is, I think, software industry. It's not shown here. And a location, which is Uttar Pradesh, India. So a headline, of course, that's a very important thing. Like, what should you write in your headline? If you want, I can, that can be a sort of surprise for you guys. Like, if you want, right now I can go through any one of your profile photos. Just ping me your username and I'll go through it. If anyone wants to volunteer, yes, I can tell you the some suggestions on how you can update it, and that can be used as a sample for other people as well. So if anyone wants to volunteer for his profile to be reviewed right now, I can do that. The first one to volunteer, of course. And then, so yes, coming back, basically, the headline. Some people just use this default headline provided by LinkedIn. Like, if you update your education, it will tell you the student at VIT Vellore, or maybe software developer at this particular company, or so on. But your headline is something with what we often ignore. The fact that we often ignore is that, yeah, that your headline is something which is shown at each post you make and every comment you make. So your headline will appear, right? This is this headline, and that headline is the first impression which which viewers have when they see your post. So make sure it is something creative and intuitive enough to catch the user's attention, so that they are curious to know how his profile will look, and they click on that profile, and they look at the profile. So yes, a simple example can be like uplifting the student community in the field of tech and personal growth. So yes, if you are a student, you can, instead of writing student at creative alone, you can add something like this, like learning computers and trying to build more efficient algorithms by and a student at something like that, right? With something which looks creative and good to hear, and it should show your vision and your purpose as well. I just like my LinkedIn profile shows, which is my vision is to uplift the student community and in the field of tech and personal growth. So that's why I've written that. But again, make sure that you are saying the truth. It shouldn't be a lie. So yes, a summary. Summary is basically this particular section, this section about section. So I believe, I suggest people to take your summary as a story. Just tell a story, like why are you doing, what are you doing right now, why are you doing, what's your vision in life, and how do you plan to achieve it, and what all steps have you already taken that align with your vision. Try to have that kind of sort of storytelling. Tell your summary in a storytelling kind of manner. It can be in first person, it can be in third person. I generally prefer third person narrative uh, because I generally prefer it. There are a lot of reasons, like if you search on Google, like why people use third person on their LinkedIn, it looks sort of assertive, and it looks sort of how do I put it forward, that like this person knows something, and this is from the mouth of someone else. So yes, I generally prefer that, but many people prefer first person narrative. I prefer third person. It's completely your choice, but try to have a kind of story that start with why, like why are you doing what you are doing, and tell what you're doing right now, and what is your vision in life. Let me give you a small example of my summary, that I have first of all written about what all things I do right now. I'm a full stack JS dev and tech blogger, podcaster, vlogger, self-help blogger, and so on. And what is my mission? My mission is to help the youth of India and the whole world to become better at programming. And then I've written my vision. Basically, his goal is to make each and every individual of the world proficient in at least one programming language, irrespective of background. But that's not something in Hindi what we call it Hawabazi. It's not Hawabazi because I've already finished 17 plus free initiatives to do that, like daily codes, daily interview practice, student communities, connect groups, opportunities groups, daily GS, and so on, like web mentor webinars, web mentor program. I've finished 17 plus initiatives, and I've published 100 plus. So have some work that backs your words. Again, I repeat myself, have some work that backs your words, because without work your words are just going to look boasting, and that shouldn't be like that, because credibility is something which we get only if we show our work. Now, so Ahmed Jamil just told me, please use my username. Can you share your username, Ahmed? I can search for it. Let me have a look. Hey, Ahmed, is it front-end developer at Gaddy Tech? Is it this one? I'm not able to find your resume. I don't think it's this one. Okay. Mm, student at, I'm not able to find Amber your username. Can you, if you can just share your username with me, it could be just your username, not the whole link, because sharing the link is not allowed on YouTube chat. But just you can just share the top username, which let me show you my example. For me, it is this one, Madhav Bahl. So yes, great. That was about summary and education. Having an updated education can give you around up to 17 times more messages from recruiters. Skills, endorsements, and recommendations. Having people with, it's found that people with around more than 5 skills appear in up to 27 times more searches from recruiters, and that's a huge number. Experiences 8 times, like having a proper experience section with current position can get you up to 8 times more profile view, and with an updated work experience you can get around 27 times more searches from recruiters. But the main part from this, I hope I was able to sort of encourage you enough to start working on your LinkedIn profile right now. But yeah, let's. This is the last section for today. Communicate. How to communicate. How to reach out. As Preeti asked in the starting, like I believe reaching out to people on LinkedIn is same as elevator pitch. Let me tell you a simple example. It's a thought experiment. Just imagine right now, whoever is watching this video right now, imagine you are there in an elevator, you are there in a lift, and it's going to 13th floor, and by chance you have in that lift, in that elevator, you are with the CEO of the company you have always wanted to work in. You have 32 seconds to introduce yourself and put forward your work or anything to get a job in that work company. How will you do that? You just have 32 seconds. So that's how we make an elevator pitch. And I believe that reaching out to someone is same as elevator pitch because he or she is a complete stranger and he doesn't care about where we are, what we do. He only cares about what we are going to text him about. And you should be very mindful about reaching out when you reach out. So very simple tips are like when you reach out to someone, start by introducing yourself, tell the summary of what you do within 1 or 2 lines, and then come straight to your purpose. Do not do small talks. Do not do small talks like, yes, Aditya, you can reach out to me on the leanprogrammer@gmail.com. Yes, coming back, while reaching out, do not do the small talks like hi, how are you, and so on. Jump straight to the purpose and end with gratitude. Let me tell you a simple example. So here's this person X, which I am 100% sure that you might have come across these left hand side kind of person. Like they will just ping you, hi, how are you? And it's so annoying. Hi, how are you? Why do you even care about how you am? Because I don't even know you. Then they'll say after 1 or 2 days they'll say hey, then hello, and then oh they'll get their ego will get hurt and they'll say okay, don't reply, and then they'll start putting out bullshit and they'll say I don't need your help and so on. At the end you'll have to block them. Do not be like that person X. Do not be like person Y. Be like Jimmy, which is in the right hand side. He does not says hi, how are you. He, in his whole message, he nowhere writes how are you, because people think how are you, writing how are you is being polite, and not writing how are you is rude. It's the other way around. If you just waste the other person's time on small talks like hi and how are you, you're wasting his time, and that's highly unprofessional. So look at Jimmy and try to be like Jimmy. Let me take his example. So he reaches out to people like this. Hey, I'm Jimmy. It is so nice to connect with you. Simple gratitude. Then, short introduction about himself and what he does. I am a graphic designer at ABC Private Limited and am passionate about creating beautiful and intuitive designs with a variety of marketing collateral for our top tier clients. Such a beautiful introduction, right? Now he's coming straight at the point. I know hi and how are you? Straight to the point. I'm looking for experiences to learn more about career paths and ways to grow into the role of an art director in next few years. Your work, a little bit of buttering so that he also feels good. Your work with XYZ brand has inspired the ways I think about design, and I would love to talk more about a potential mentorship with you if that's something you have time for. And then, simple. He just kept it simple. He introduced himself, he came straight to purpose, and then he ended with a simple gratitude like, thanks for your time. That's it. And people don't do that. So, yes, branding foundation, you can definitely go through the slides like how to form your brand, how to start forming your brand. Ask yourself what are your brand goals, then ask yourself what are the things that make you happy in the long term. Amongst those things which make you happy in the long term, what are the things you are already good at, and leverage those things. And what about those 2 or 3 things which can give you more results? Yes, I'm not talking too much about these things because this is a separate topic in itself, and you can see the slides again. But now here's my challenge to you guys. Like if you saw, see, just saw that how important is like having an active LinkedIn profile. It is so important that it can get you more than 40, around 40 times more opportunities. So here's my challenge for you. Whatever you have learned today, whatever, like anything which you learned today, just put it out on LinkedIn and do tag me. Don't forget to mention me. That's your first challenge. it can be anything. It can be a screenshot of any particular slide. It can be a textual material. It can be a screenshot of me talking and the slide present, or something like that. But write a post about what you have learned. First thing, that will help you in two ways. First thing, it will make you an active learner, because after this webinar, when you start posting about it on LinkedIn, you will see that you will have to recall what all did I learn. Once you recall, you will see that you are being an active learner. You are actually thinking about the things which I told you, and that's how you will grow. The second thing is, it will make your profile, LinkedIn profile, active, and you are sharing your journey. Sharing your journey is very, very important. It builds trust and credibility. You will tell people that yes, you attended a webinar today, which was conducted by Zubi, and which was spoken by Madhav Bahl, and uh, you will tell people that yes, you learned something today. That people who are wasting their weekends on watching anime, yes, I do watch a little bit anime, but yes, again, and watching, binge watching Netflix, you are not amongst them, and you are learning something new. So yes, do post what all did you learn in today's webinar. Then tonight, make your own brand story and write it in the about section. So that's my challenge for you. Tonight, update this about section for yourself and try to form a story around it. Then third, LinkedIn activity, post at least 5 times a week for 1 month, and you will see the your profile views will increase, your post views will increase, and you'll start getting a lot more attention, recognition, opportunities, recommendations, and everything, right? Yeah. So yes, that's it from my side. If you want to connect with me, I'm still here for, let's say, 4 or 5 minutes. If you have any doubt, I can help you out right now. You can just post it on the live chat section. I'm still waiting. And again, don't forget about this challenge, because this is to make you an active learner, not a passive learner. And feel free to ask me any doubt you have. I hope the session was interesting.
Surely, Madhav, this session was really very, very interesting. Even I got some of the points to update in my LinkedIn profile as well. Yeah,
That's
so
very
that was really a very nice session. And as you know, like I was looking forward to have you on board with us for this session and delivering right values about the best use of LinkedIn towards the community side, right? I was waiting for it. That's really very nice of you, right? That's you well explained each and everything, how to use that, how the way you explained all those numbers, right? In the kind of percentage and how your profile get hits by how many times. That was really a nice thing that you did a really a great research over it. That's really a
thank,
nice of you, right? That was amazing. So while we
thank
are
you.
waiting for some of the questions from the attendees, I would like to
Mhm.
announce one thing that actually I'm waiting to announce. I forgot to announce it in the uh, starting of this session. So recently, I would like to announce that we recently partnered with the WazirX, India's one of the biggest crypto exchange platform, as what we call as an education partner, right? We are coming up with some of the interactive courses on the crypto exchange and crypto trading with WazirX as an education partner, and we are going to empower the Generation Z millennials in some of the other ways as well, in the crypto, in the blockchain, and other things as well. So that's a big news from our side. It's all possible because of the people like you, all the people those who are joining us, all the speakers who attended or who give sessions like you, Madhav. Previously, we have some other industry stalwarts. Thanks to all of those people, those who supported us on each and every possible way. That's a really a big thing to announce, right? So let's go for the Q&A. Anyone having some
Thanks.
questions?
Thanks, Yash. That's wonderful. Congrats. So yes, now let's start with the Q&A. And you guys, I'm still here for maybe as much as time as you want, but I think Yash has another session lined up for today at 5:30, so I won't take too much time. But yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
but yes, I'm there. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I just see one doubt as of now. Ayushi asked me that many companies ask to apply for the application either through LinkedIn or through Resume. I didn't get it. Apply through Resume as in, like, as Resume is something which is personal to you. You can't make an application through Resume. Like, yeah, in LinkedIn you can go to LinkedIn jobs and then apply. But I didn't understand your question, Ayushi. Many companies ask to apply for application either through LinkedIn or through Resume. So yes, in LinkedIn we have something called LinkedIn Jobs, but resume is just a piece of paper, right? It's not an application portal. I think you missed something. Great. So rhythm told blockchain. I'm really interested. So this yes should be able to answer better.
Uh, Hi, Dumkar. So, current soon we are coming up with the blockchain. So, join us on the Telegram. Stay tuned. We will update you with all the details about the blockchain thing. So, we'll update you. Join us on Telegram and stay in touch. We are coming up with several another courses along with the Wazirex and along with the some other big names as well. So, stay tuned. Join us on Telegram currently. Right, you will get all the updates from there, right? And Madhav, also you can join us on Telegram. Like there are some of the people who are having some, maybe some people miss you as well, miss this session. So you can join us on Telegram and they can ask some queries over there. If you are on
Yeah.
Telegram, let me know. I will add you over there.
Yeah. You can take my number after this webinar and you can add me. So yes, Ayushi
Yeah,
now asked
sure.
you that upload resume or apply through LinkedIn. It's one and the same thing, Ayushi. If you have noticed LinkedIn jobs, even in the LinkedIn jobs, most of the jobs redirect you to the company portal, and at the end of the day, you will have to apply through company portal and enter your resume there. So if it's more or less the same. Yes, I think we are done for the day. Yes, no more Q&As. And thanks a lot for having me. It was a really fun session. And guys, do stay connected with me. I'm present on every social media you can find out there, except Tinder. I hate Tinder. And GitHub, LinkedIn, Instagram. Okay, so yes, do stay connected with me on LinkedIn. I would love to uh, be connected with all of you guys. So that's it for today. Bye bye, guys.
Yeah, sure. So thank you so much, Madhav, for joining us today. It was really nice of you and having you on board with us. It was really a very insightful session. And fun fact about Madhav is that if you want to search out Madhav, you just have to type the lean programmer each and everywhere from his email ID to each and every single platform, Hacker Earth, Hacker Rank, anywhere you can find out the lean programmer and you will find Madhav over there, right? It's a fun fact about him. So easy to search him out. You can get connect with him on LinkedIn everywhere. So that's all about today's session. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. You all are amazing. You were amazing, Madhav. Thank you so much for joining us. See you soon.
Thank
We are
you.
coming up with some of the more insightful sessions. Till then, see you. Stay safe. Stay home. Bye bye. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Stay in touch, guys.